It's week 6 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Panthers and the Dolphins on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi everyone, Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense too. They're the tone setter.
The Dolphins defense ready to go and in good form coming off the shutout a week ago. Now the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he had a great game a week ago. Just about everybody on this unit did in the shutout. It's going to be a tough performance to replicate, but this group, they believe they're up to the challenge.
One of the Panthers' big off-season acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. You talk about this Miami defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
On second down, Young. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Dolphin defense ready to go to work. Nothing on the scoreboard for either side here. 0-0 in the opening quarter as this next drive gets underway. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
In motion left, that's Thielen. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the ball comes loose, and he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Young from the shotgun. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down. Let's go.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And Young's throw there incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Here we go. Back.
Now a first down throw for Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, and pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach. All game long, all practice long, every meeting, get the football. That's what they want.
The Miami defense back out once again. They lead 7-0, trying to put a stop together here as this drive starts with a first down.
Ready.
First and 10, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On second down, Young again. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Hurst makes a catch, a welcome sight to the Panthers, who believe there's still growth in the 6-year tight end. Over 50 catches last season, hoping he is the field-moving tight end Carolina hasn't had since Greg Olson's prime.
That
throw by Young incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Young to throw it.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The Dolphin defense ready to go to work. They've had the upper hand so far in this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down.
Young looks to throw on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Young now. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the home team who are out in front. Terry McLaurin, a touchdown reception. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. 2 touchdown passes for Kirk Cousins there. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
The Miami defense back out once again. They'll play with a lead here to begin this 3rd quarter. Looking for another solid half of football to carry them to victory.
On 1st and 10, Young steps away to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Oh, Young loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And fantastic field possession has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
The Dolphin defense ready to go to work. They've been the dominant side so far, working with a 2-score lead here in this third quarter as this next drive gets underway.
Here we go.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
In motion left, that's Thielen. Now he's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Right back to Sanders on first down.
Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play.
We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
On the set.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Young.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That's how multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Miami defense back out once again. They've pitched the shutout here into the fourth quarter. Been sensational. The question, can they finish it off? They'll need to come up with another stop here.
It's Young on first down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Young on first down.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is third down and 12. That throw by Young incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Again, it's Young. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down.
Raekwon Davis in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Young. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
The Dolphin defense ready to go to work. They've put in a very good shift so far. This one pretty well in hand. Just looking to finish strong here in the 4th as this next drive starts 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
First down, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw, Young.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
3rd and short yardage, Young.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.
So for the Dolphins, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.